I can tell you about iRacing's precision-engineered cars. I can tell you about iRacing's authentically detailed tracks. I can tell you about iRacing's incredibly satisfying physics.
But what I can't tell you is what it's like to be part of this.
Good morning and welcome to ARL-TV. This is the V8 SuperCar series coming to you live from round 7, Twin Ring Motegi. I'm joined by my co-commentator, Mr. Andrew Woodhouse. Good morning, Andrew. How are you doing?
Good morning, Alex. Thank you very much. We've got a great racing prospect here in Motegi.
Yeah,
it should be interesting to see these drivers handle these big heavy cars around this tight and twisty track.
Yeah, it can be a tricky track in any car, I think. You know, a lot of people mistake this for something that could be quite easy, with it being almost like a mill pond, but actually it's really tricky, quite slippy, and these cars are hard enough to drive anyway without a track that's got very minimal grip. So we've not got long left of qualifying, so I'm just going to quickly have a look at the stand-ins before we take a look at provisional positions. But Marty Atkins, Simon Black obviously leading the way in the championship. Those guys featured very, very strongly so far with some great top 5s and top 10 finishes. Trevor Johnson obviously won the opening round of the season. He's fought his way back up to the championship table after some disappointing races early on. And Tommy Cumper, Mr. Consistent seems to be this season. He's up there in 4th place. Matt Burnett, another person who seems to always be up there in 5th place. Richard Stamenkovic, Dean Prescott, who's not actually racing today. He's doing the administration, so you know, shout out to him and thanks for doing that. But some big names further down the order. I expect with drop rounds they're going to start featuring a bit later on in this series.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting to see some guys quite a bit further way down the championship than what we expected. But you know, it's a long season and still plenty to play for. And this race here, well, Motegi can throw up anything really.
Yeah, let's just see if it's thrown up any surprises in the grid order as we stand. John Emerson sitting on provisional pole. Trevor Johnson in 2nd. I mean, John's nearly 1 second ahead of Trevor, so he's going to look like he's going to be in dominant form today. Simon Black in 3rd, Tommy Cumper 4th, Matty Burnett in 5th. Richard Stamenkovic in 6th, 7th is Nick Rainbird, Tom Jones in 8th, Richard Lucky is in 9th, Damien Butler is in 10th. Tim Foltz, who has got grid start penalty, so I'm pretty sure he's starting from the pit lane. John Monroe, Welcome back, John. He was in season 1 and 2. Chris Brooks, Steve McPherson, Isaac De Figueiredo, Cedric Finsack, Kevin Johnson and Romeo Alcala have all set times at the moment. We're also joined in the commentary box by Justin, a V8 supercar driver himself, and did you get a podium last week, Justin? I think it was?
Oh, I think I got second. Morning. How are you as well?
Good. Or afternoon it is for
Morning,
yourself.
mate, yeah.
Yeah, it's 9:16 PM. I'm actually just finishing eating dinner, so...
Oh well. Yeah, that's nice. Aussie's nice and prepared there, always.
We have to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that Justin's skiving this evening, and he's he's not going to be taking part in the race.
He was too tired to race. Bless his little cotton socks.
Got up early.
He was sleepy.
Just
But,
know that feeling when when you look at a computer screen and it starts to get blurry.
Oh dear.
Decide not to race. That probably ruined someone's race.
Yeah, best to get out of it. I mean, from your point of view, Justin, what's the challenges of this track going to be? What what potential strategies are we going to see?
I just found it hard to it's got a lot of good passing opportunities, but I just found it really hard to get a good time down in qualifying and practice and all that sort of stuff. It's such a long track, you got to get every corner right.
Do you think, Justin, that John Emerson's time being so far ahead of everybody else, do you think that's going to matter in the race? Do you think he still needs to concentrate and be consistent? Surely.
Yeah, it depends if he's got a good race set, should be fine. But I'm not in here yet. But I'm not sure what time has he done.
He's a second quicker than anybody else.
Yeah, that
So-
might make a difference.
Well, yeah, it's
It
looking
depends-
pretty ominous.
Depends, anything can happen at the start though, I guess, can't it?
That's it. And he's got to get the strategy right, Alex. And we've seen a few times this season that's not happened for certain people.
I think like last week and that, talking about like strategies and that, I stuck behind a few people and I decided, oh yeah, they're slowing me up, so I'm just going to go into pit earlier, and I actually got the jump on them by about 2-3 seconds. So yeah, it's all up to your strategy.
Tyres are going to be key here as well, Alex. Being a lot of slow corners and a lot of quite hard acceleration zones.
Yeah, I think that's going to be important, saving up the tyres for as long as you can get. Yeah, I wonder what sort of strategies are going to play out here. I don't know if people are going to pit early, try and get track position. Who knows, really? It's going to be a tough one.
Slightly smaller grid as well, isn't it, today, than what it has been?
I'm not sure what's going on with my computer, but I can't connect to the server. Stupid
That's
thing.
going to make your job pretty difficult today.
Yeah. I just got out of it, see what happens now.
Green, green, green.
So the revs are rising, everybody's ready to go. And we're away here at Twin Wing Motegi, round 7 of the Supercar Series. John Emerson gets a good start, but Trevor Johnson I think's got it into turn 1. We've got a spinner at the back there, I'm not sure who that is. I think that might be Richard Lucky there. Yeah, we've got further action, a bit further back with some of the REM drivers there. I'll take a look, see who that was in a moment. But John Emerson putting the pressure on Trevor Johnson here. I think it's going to be key for Trevor just to try and keep him as behind as long as possible. Make John really work his tyres. But both these guys already put in a little bit of a gap on Tommy Cumper, I think.
Very important for Trevor to get into the lead at the start if he was to have any chance. And he needs to rely on Emerson getting a bit wide onto the grass.
And we've got someone off there as well. I think that's one of the CST cars struggling to get that back on. Rear end all over the place. I think that might have been I think that was Simon, was it?
Out.
just losing you for a second there, Woody. You're cutting out, but I'll take over. Still, John Emerson's piling the pressure on. He's sort of back, I think. No, he's still cutting out.
Trying to fix it. It's sort of looking a bit. We've got good midfield scrapper. Seems to. Well, they see.
Yeah, Emerson up the inside. He's got it. Trevor having to concede the position through turn 1 there. He's going to need to get a run coming out of this corner as soon as possible. Try and get back up the inside, but I don't think he's going to manage it.
No, I needed to outbrake him really to have a chance of almost think of winning the race at all. And even at this early stage, it's looking like an uphill struggle for Trevor Johnson. But remember, a lot of things can come into play in the ARL V8 SuperCar Championship. We've got tyre wear, fuel strategy, all come back to bite you if you don't do it properly. So, and Tommy Compass had a good start as well in 3rd place.
Yeah, fantastic start. He's sort of tagged onto the back of these two and he's going with them. So these three seem to be just a little bit ahead of the rest at the moment.
You got Nick Rainbird and John Monroe. Good to see John up there. Been away from this championship for a while. But he's in the meantime, Alex has had some success in other championships, and he's wanting to translate that into good results here.
Yeah, and it's nice to see him doing well, and we hope, we hope that. Oh, just having a look at that tiny little bump and run there, going into the tight left-hand, a tricky little corner. Nothing going there. I think he's going to be able to hold on to the position. I think that's Cedric and Chris Brooks.
The Damien Blur up in 7th as well. Chris Brooks, news for him recently. Got Richard Lucky for company as Kevin Johnson looks up the inside of Romer Alcala, who's 11th at the moment. And Alcala started 8th. He's had a terrific start. To 11th, really going when he doesn't get mixed up in first lap in and so. As he's gone wide onto the grass, going to lose positions here surely. Maybe not. 2 on one of the Kimmy's Rule fencing cars. Mr. McPherson.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm just trying to spool up a little replay of what happened at the start.
Okay, I'm still having all trouble with the internet.
Yeah, we can hear, but you're coming across okay. We can just about make it out there. So, but while this massive battle goes on in the middle, just having a recap of the start, really see what happened. It was Simon Black that got involved with something in turn 2. Just having a quick replay of the start, see what happened there.
Currently in 8th place. Does he have any damage, as far as you can see?
I don't know, just having a look now, see what actually happened.
For those who are wondering, I can't see any damage on my computer, so it's not just because I'm lazy and I'm not having a look. Good battles in the midfield, Alex. There's 5 cars covered by 1.3 seconds. With Romer Alcala at the front of that train, Stephen McPherson, then Finsack, Brooks and Lucky, and Burnett behind them actually. Been a good start for Tom Jones, maintaining his 6th place and actually closing on John Monroe. Not far behind Nick Raybird, who's actually had some good results this season, Alex, when he's turned up to the races.
Yeah, he did get a tag from behind. Just having a look at this now, it happened a bit further on in the lap than what I thought. But he definitely got hit from behind there, so I'm not sure who that was him, but that might go back and we'll perhaps look at that at a post-race. See if anything needs to happen there, but I think the driver held and waited and gave the place back. So
Stewards will be looking at any incidents there. With regards to the leader, Alex, John Emerson, has pulled out a gap of 1.9 seconds. So he's not hanging around. We've got Tommy Comper is hanging around though. He's only 1.5 behind Trevor Johnson, so it'll be interesting to see whether Comper can mount a challenge for second place.
There's not much in this midfield battle. I mean, I'm looking at it here. This battle.
There's nothing in it.
From what was this 8th down all the way to sort of 17th.
11th to 20th is 4 seconds.
There you go.
So we've got a serious queue forming, and actually Romer Alcala is catching back up to Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, Matty Burnett got some damage. I think it was Matty who hit
We've got
Simon there as well, and he's got rear end damage there as well. So I wonder if he wasn't rear ended, which then took Simon out.
Tim Volter's coming back through, Alex, and he's now up to, I believe it's 16th place, with 2 positions on the lap.
Yeah, obviously a couple of guys starting from the pit lane this week, and Tim was one of those. So.
Dave Oliver, 17th, after he started at the back as well. Great to see such close action though. Everybody's behaved themselves, and we've had, oh maybe not.
I think that was Cedric, was it? No, it's Roma getting very loose. Cedric's going to get a run. Matty Burnett on the left hand side, passed as well.
Burnett's going to go through, and Finsak's going to overtake his teammate as well.
It's Lenovo or us around here as well.
Yeah,
guys are having to be so careful.
Oh, I must admit, great job by Dean Prescott, who's painted the skins for Lenovo. Terrific job. As Alcala's going backwards, Alex. He seems to have good pace, but he's just making the odd little mistake. And that's allowing people to get past him at the worst time, which is down the main straight. As up the inside, oh, David Oliver having a look at Richard Lucky. Nobody's had a trip to the gravel.
Just a little love kiss there on at the apex point of the corner.
Oliver sliding his car around the inside. He's going to make the move stick into the tight left-hander on Richard Lucky. He is.
Have you managed to get in the server yet, Justin?
David Oliver's off. And Richard Lucky, oh, very close. As Volters having a look as well inside. Not making it stick, but now Richard Lucky has a little run on David Oliver. Is he going to have a look? Doesn't. He decides to just wait, bide his time a little bit. Terrific midfield action here, Alex, as Matt Burnett's now gone through on Kevin Johnson. So Burnett not wasting any time whatsoever, moving through the field.
Yeah, obviously qualified in a strong position, so he'll be really keen to get himself back up there. So we called him at the start of the race, looking at championship, that he's also a bit of a Mr. Consistent, always banging in those good finishes, getting a big clutch of points, and you know, he's going to have to work for that one today.
Alcala again struggling with the last corner, and to be honest, that's the only thing that's stopping him from being at the head of this pack. Is the last corner is really causing him problems, and he twitches through turn 1, goes a little bit wide, might allow David Oliver the run around the outside. Is Alcala going to risk outbraking Oliver?
Thought about it.
He's going to go for it, but no.
Yeah, I think Roma just needs to settle into his rhythm a little bit. He's obviously all these guys around him just putting a little bit of pressure on there. I think he's let his teammate Lucky go through there.
So often happen though, Alex. We saw, do you remember in the Chinese Grand Prix when Kimi Räikkönen was up to 2nd place and he made a little mistake and then he got passed by 10 cars in 2 laps. And that's sort of what's going on with Alcala here, is when he defends from 1, he then is vulnerable to next. He's just let another 2 cars through there.
Yeah, he seems to be struggling out there. I don't know if he's carrying a little bit of damage and he's just trying to nurse it back to the pits, but with the fuel restrictions, he probably can't put enough fuel in to make it to the end of the race. So I don't know.
It's
Hard
quite
to tell.
demoralising when you see so many cars coming past you. But you can't give up, because there's always going to be a chance for you to be able to make those positions back.
Damien Butler trying to get a move done here. That's on John Monroe. Yeah, welcome back again, John. And they've got Simon Black right behind them as well. So Damien will get a move done nice and quickly and perhaps try and build a gap.
Got to say though, Alex, with Roma, you just sort of think that maybe there's a bit of he just gave up a little bit there.
Roma's problem is he's too nice. He needs to play hardball and defend hard and, you know, make the guys really work for it.
Because 3 laps ago he was at the front of this pack, and now he's nearly at the back of it. And to be honest, he's only really been overtaken by two of the people in that pack. So needs to stand his ground a little bit more. We'll tell him. We'll get him sorted out, Alex, won't we? They've got John Monroe, Damien Butler, like you said, and Simon Black. Monroe twitching, coming out of the right-hander under the bridge. Up towards the S's, and again it's a bit sideways is the Scotsman.
Monroe
Nice
defending well though.
Three.
Ah, Mr. I take it you're back in the session now?
Yeah, I've just got in now.
Oh, now then, Damien Butler up the inside of Monroe. Monroe's trying to get a cutback. Simon Black twitching around behind. Black's going to have a little look at the inside of Monroe. Oh, down the inside. Going to make it. He is.
Yeah.
Monroe's going to try and cut him back down the long straight. This is a good strategy from the Scotsman. Right under his gearbox now. He needs to make a move if he can. Oh, Black's very late on the brakes though. And he makes that one. He makes that one look good. There's Simon Black.
Yeah, David will still with Richard Lucky behind him.
Midfield scrap still tight, still tense. Johnston, Finsack, Oliver, Lucky, Walters, Chris Brooks. Do we know the whereabouts of Chris Lucky this weekend, Alex?
I'm not entirely sure if his brother is in the channel down below. Perhaps we'll ask him, because he's missed the last couple of weeks, so he's going to struggle now with points to really challenge the championship.
Oliver trying to look at the inside of Finsack to turn 1, and he's done it.
There's a lot of action going on here, there and everywhere, and camera's starting to jump all over the place, so...
Is Cedric going to try and gain the position back? No, he doesn't. We're looking, watching brief there just behind. John Monroe now coming under pressure from Tom Jones in one of the Kimmy's rural fencing cars. Oh, Monroe! Very sideways there. Going to really ruin his tyres if he keeps doing that.
I was just about to say that some of these drivers, they might feel their tyres are starting to go off, and then the pace might actually drop a little bit.
You're right. I mean, the tyres play such a big part in this Fiat Supercar Series, don't they, Alex?
Oh, indeed. I mean, is it when you tucked in a pack like that? I mean, do you get additional tyre wear or anything like that, or they're not affected? They're not affected by that.
I think it makes it a little bit worse, actually. Sorry. Yeah, I think it just makes it a little bit worse, you know, because when you're behind someone, you're not sure where they're going to brake, and sometimes you might outbrake yourself because you can't see your braking markers because the car's ahead, and you just maybe lock it up and, you know, turn in. You're not sure where to turn in, so you turn in more tight. So yeah, depends though, I guess.
Got Richard Lucky and Finsack still battling. Inter-team rivalry going on at Lenovo.
Yeah, Jones really looks like he might have a run on Monroe here. Going up into turn 1, not sure he's going to get it done. Yeah, doesn't really stick his nose out. I thought he was going to have a little look.
It's a good track for overtaking is this though, isn't it? Motegi, you know this well, Alex. Having driven many laps around here, what's the key to a good race around here? Consistency, braking?
Well, actually, I think you just hit the nail on the head. The consistency is important, but braking as well, because, you know, really it is effectively a straight. into almost like a hairpin or first gear, maybe second gear in this car, and yeah, so get your braking points right time and time again, and you're going to get good lap times.
Alex, John Monroe's was Colin McRae more than himself today. Times I've seen that sideways.
Yeah, it's nice to see John back actually. He's a good little driver.
Oh,
We've missed him.
Grief, he almost ended up in China. He was going completely the wrong way. Oh, Simon Black again. Goodness me. These guys having some severe problems with traction.
Well, I did say the track was sippy earlier on, and it's
You did?
yeah, I think the guys are really starting to find that now.
Especially in this, I mean, having driven the car ourselves, we remember just how difficult it is once the tyres start to go away. We experienced that at Brands Hatch. On a track with such tight, slow corners, it must be an absolute nightmare. Because you're trying to get the power down, you're trying to point it out of the corners, and it's just not wanting to have it.
Yeah, I mean, just from my short little experience in the car, I mean, Justin probably backed me up here. I mean, that's the key to mastering this thing. I think if you can master this coming out of sort of like the slow speed corners and be able to control the slide and the drift that you get and get the power down well, that's the key to hooking up good lap times with this thing.
It is, and the key around Motegi as well, you need to make sure you get good exits because the straights are long. You know, like you said, the track is slippery, so you really need to maximise every single straight in order to get the...
Kevin Johnson coming under a lot of pressure here from Richard Lucky. Lucky, getting a little bit tail happy going into the...
and behind them, Alex, Tim Falters looking up the inside of Cedric Finsack. That's a very difficult place to make a pass, as Finsack's fighting back round the outside, and now he's got the inside for the next right-hander. Oh, fishtailing it into the corner. Is he going to make the apex? He does actually, just about. Falters has to tuck in behind him, so good defence from Cedric, one of the newer members of Team Lenovo.
Yeah, great little bit of driving there. It's nice, like I say, it's nice to see these guys fighting and trying to hold on to position, and you know, you can get the places back here. It's just the nature of the track with the left, right. You know, you're always going to find yourself on the inside of the next corner.
Falters, he's going for it, Alex. The inside, is Cedric going to try and cut him back? He has. Gets better traction.
I think Tim's got this one covered though. He's got the inside line for this next corner.
Cedric's going all the way around. Perfect cutback. Going to benefit him onto the straight here.
Yeah, and all the time that these guys are battling, Chris Brooks is just lurking in the background, who I think is coming under a bit of pressure as well from McPherson.
Yep. Terrific race, it's possibly the best one we've ever had.
Yeah,
supercars.
It's great to see this many cars so close and battling in this midfield area. I know the leaders haven't had much coverage. I think they stole all the action last week, so
they don't deserve the coverage. They're nowhere near each other. John Emerson, to give him all the credit he deserves, is 7.3 seconds in front after 11 laps. That is a large margin.
Yeah, Folks up the inside of his teammate there. But it looks like Kevin's gonna try and fight this one back. He pulls out of it, but he could be in danger of losing a position to Cedric here around the outside, too wide. Tricky corner this. Is he going to make the move? I think he's got it. Around the outside he has, beautifully. Took advantage of teammate there, conceding position.
Johnston, he's going for it. Can he get it stopped? No!
Bit of a netcode contact there.
Missed everyone else. Not sure exactly how it can be looked at by the stewards, but nevertheless, Kevin Johnston up to 13.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that clearly a bit of netcode there as well.
I don't know what's going on with Alcala, Alex, because he's really struggling now. Whereas at the beginning of the race he was doing Good times.
Yeah, I wonder if he just ate the tyres up in those first few laps and you know, he's paying the price for it now.
Looks like he's just made a few mistakes here and there. And that's what it is. He had a 2:08 lap and a 2:07. So that's 13 seconds he's lost. He's battling actually with Isaac de Figueiredo over 19th place. And he's looking like he's on the offensive here, Alcala. Villanova right on the inside goes Alcala, and that's the sort of driving we need to see from the American, who was born in Venezuela. Good driving there. Tommy Cumper's worth a mention as well. He remains not too far behind actually these guys.
Now, as always, you know, very, very consistent driver. I mean, if he keeps banging in these top fives, he's going to keep closing this gap to Marty and Simon. I know, obviously, Marty's having a break this week, and I think I was speaking to him the other day actually, and he said he was going up to the in-laws, I believe it was. So, might be wrong, but if he's watching, hello, my friend, and to the family.
Yeah. We could just imagine all sitting around the TV watching ARL-TV. We can but dream, Alex.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure what he's really getting is, do we have to watch this crap?
And he's like, yes, yes, yes. And he'll be seeing his teammate and perversely championship rival, Simon Black, in 6th position after a little mix-up at the start for him.
Yeah, Simon had was putting quite a little bit of pressure on Damien a second ago, but he seems to drop back a little bit now.
What's happening to John Munro, Alex? Do you think he's just ruined his tyres? Because he was up there in 5th position, and he's now 9th.
Yeah, I mean, got a good start. I'm wondering just, yeah, like I said, he hasn't been in the car for a little bit, and as Justin mentioned earlier on, this track really does eat up the tyres, and I think perhaps defending, you can see him drifting it everywhere. So yeah, I think he's just killed those tyres off, and he's waiting for that halfway point so he can come and get some fresh boots on that thing.
Yeah. He's 2 seconds a lap slower than Matt Burnett behind him. And like we say, the drivers, with no disrespect to John, because we know he's a terrific driver, the drivers who drive in this car every single week and have a lot of experience in it know how to conserve the tyres, don't they? It's just an art form you get with practice in this V8 supercar.
Yeah, I mean, that was the other thing, you know, you sort of mentioning about, you know, what's important to get a good race as well, and tyre management is key. Key here.
Always key, isn't it, in every race?
Yeah. I mean, you saw him coming out of the corner there, just back end, still just twitching around. He is really struggling to get the power down right now, so I think those rear tyres are absolutely done.
It looks like by the lap times that they're doing, John Emerson, meanwhile, is not doing such shabby lap times at all. 157.4 on that last lap.
Yeah, let's just have a quick look at the leader. I think he deserves a tiny little bit of airtime.
Do we have an on-board lap with Mr. Emerson?
Yeah, he's just about to cross the start-finish line, so let's jump on board with him.
He's actually consistently into the 57s and 56s, high 56s.
Yeah, I mean, fastest lap at 155.6. I mean, that's fantastic.
That's like my fastest ever qualifying lap time around here. Race
Let's just see then, boys, how John works the wheel around this twin ring Motegi track. You notice, for those of you not that familiar with V8 supercars, that you have to brake exceptionally early in this big Ford Falcon. Emerson going on a bit wide onto the grass. We'll see that the real pressure points, if you like, are coming out of the corners, Ali. You really struggle to get the power on.
Yeah, I think that's where most of the wheel work's going to get done. Although you saw in that right-hander, he's just having to have minor correction going in, but I have to say, very, very smooth. Not much seesawing of that wheel going on at all. Car looks absolutely planted underneath him. He's happy he can do what he wants with it, and I think, you know, that's the key to getting the good times, is being able to drive the car like this. So I think when you're having to manhandle it, that's when you're just eating up those tyres, and time just falls away.
It's hard.
Very rare.
Sorry, it's just hard with this track because it's got such high corner speed, and you want to try and carry that momentum out of the corner, and then the rear end can just come out.
Just as we saw a perfect example of that, as you said it.
But the way he's driving it, you know, very rare that we see in the V8 supercars a driver that can just brake, turn in once, not have to correct it, and just feed the power on when he gets out of the corner. That's what John Emerson's doing, and that's why he's doing such a good job so far in this race. Bit of grass there, shortening the circuit slightly, but get away with it here because there's no incident points, and you know that's the way to get the fastest lap time.
Yeah, just that lap that we just saw, 57.361. So you know,
Good lap time.
Fantastic lap there.
Even still, with the tyre wear, his fastest lap of the race is 155.6. So that just illustrates, boys, exactly how much the tyres are going off. We're only on lap 15. We're expecting pit stops soon, you would think.
Yeah, with that sort of tyre wear, I don't expect it to be as close to 50%, but I might be mistaken.
That's what iRacing gives us, though, gentlemen, is, you know, great access to go on board with the drivers and really see exactly what it looks like from their point of view.
Yeah, Chris Brooks looks like he was putting a little bit of pressure on McPherson there, but got a little bit out of shape coming out of the corner, and you've got Kevin Johnson there.
Look at this pack of cars, Alex.
Is that Damien dropped back, is he, or is he pitted? I don't know there.
Damien Congi is just in front of Alcala. I think that's just about where he was before. Jones is pitting, and so Spicer. Jones was up there. Spicer was last, I believe.
Yeah, Jones out, just behind this pack. So just as we said, the halfway point should be is going to be the key for the pit stops, and looks like it might be for some.
Great to see, though, all these cars still right so close to each other, halfway through the race. It's a long race, this at Motegi as well, 3-mile lap. So after 45 miles of racing, these guys are all within just a couple of seconds of each other. It's terrific action. This is why we get up every Saturday morning, Alex, for things like this.
Yeah, it's always good when we get to see lots of action, and yeah, I don't mind getting up at all for it.
There've been several races where we have surfaced early on a Saturday with a hangover, and it's been a boring race, and we found it very difficult. But this season's just been terrific viewing, and the standard of driving is improving every single week. And Justin, you've raced in both season 1 and this season as well. Just how much difference, how much better is the championship in 2012?
I think the competition's gotten a lot better actually, because you got people like John Emerson, you know, that pretty much everyone, like most people in here are pretty competitive people up until, you know, say like I don't know.
Don't name names, mate, it's not going to help.
Change. Someone might be quicker. Even it depends what practice you've had through the week. You know, if you don't practice and you expect to come here and win, it's not going to happen.
Damien Butler up the inside of
Chris Brooks.
Steve, that was, yeah, it
Chris
was.
Brooks.
It was. It's my ticker.
And Brooks pits as well, so he's in. And we've got another REM car in the background in as well, so...
Johnson's pitted as well. Trevor Johnson. Emerson hasn't yet. You would think he might come in at the end of this lap, because otherwise he's just going to lose some time.
He might not though, you know, because he's got a 20-second gap, and he might just think, oh yeah, if I can get through, you know, the next couple of laps, and then put new tyres on, I may have lost, you know, a few seconds, but then I'm safe towards the end. We've got new tyres, I don't have to worry about, you know.
The gap to Johnson was only 7.5 seconds though.
Prove me wrong.
He's in there. Awful pit entry here, I have to say. It's not the easiest, and I'm surprised. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody gets unsafe pit entry. Just that difficult, really, to very tight. As like Emerson's coming in, while some of the back markers Are just exiting the pits.
I was going to say, everybody seems to be jumping in the pits at this point. So Roma Alcala, that's Isaac Figueiredo there as well. A few others out in front of them as well. So
I think Brett Spice has some damage because he's been in the pits for a while.
I wonder if he had
It's
a
worth
pit lane
keeping-
speed in there. That can easily happen there, or unsafe pit entrance. It's ever so tricky, that little chicane that drivers have to get in. But
Right then, Emerson's out.
yeah, 4 new tyres, a lot of fuel.
Johnson's just in the background there.
It looks good.
Johnson's just on the pit straight. As Kumper is in for his stop. Surely be out soon. Easily in 3rd place. Sorry, I heard somebody going on the gravel there. I don't see any battles still raging. And there's a good one here between the Lenovo teammates in principle, and that's Richard Lucky and John Monroe.
Yeah, and Simon Black and Tom Jones, they're 5th and 6th now with everybody pitting as well. And Simon's
far
obviously
behind
got
Butler
himself
either.
Simon's got himself a fresh car now, so he had a bit of damage on the back of that, and that's perhaps kept him from making some of the moves he might have wanted to do. But he's through. And
He will inherit the championship, I'm guessing.
yeah, I
Well,
think so. If he can
Black-
get himself, well, he's in top 5 now, so I would think nice stable race. Marty at home will
5.
be thinking, damn, I could have had this.
Black's looking now. It'd be interesting to see if he can catch Butler. For
Dri-
4th position.
Driver we haven't mentioned too much was Stamenkovic, actually. He sort of had a bit of a quiet race, but slowly creeping up through the positions. 7th place now. He looks like he's closing in on Tom Jones, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to get Black there, but
Just one thing to point out, fellas, is that Tommy Kumper didn't have a good stop. He lost a lot of time. Don't really know exactly why that happened. Maybe he put on more. Well, maybe some of the other guys didn't take any new tyres. I don't know. I think everybody would take tyres.
yeah, I mean, from your experience, Justin, has anyone been trying to make this race on without stopping in the official series?
No, I don't think so. I haven't heard anyone, talking about taking doing a no stopper.
Kumper might have to fight his way through all those guys now from Stamenkovic upwards. I think he does have the pace to do it. He can get into a rhythm. I do like his shiny new Lenovo skin.
I'm going to have a quick look, actually, see if I can see why.
Tommy's actually one who's improved a fair bit this season, I've noticed. Like, compared to last season and that, I've noticed he's improved heaps. Like, he's always up there and, top 10, top 8 sort of thing.
He did win a race in season 1 though, I believe.
I might not notice it, but yeah, I know
I think he's always quick, but I think you're right. He's just a little bit more consistent. I think he's always had the pace to finish in the top 3, top 5. It's just a case of practice and time in the car, and he's had a bit more of that now, and he looks to be really enjoying it. Alex, he's definitely reveling in the challenge.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look, actually. I'm going to... yeah, he's probably going to kill me for pulling him out here and showing to everybody what happened. But hey, let's do it.
Who's that?
Let's get this replay spooled up. So Tommy's pit lane entrance, so...
Oh, right. Well, we were talking about it. Look, we've got a battle now, just while Alex is doing that, Justin. A battle for 4th place between 4 cars, even at this relatively late stage. Great to see such a close fight.
Might be lucky these guys could even get. Oh, now no, they're 10 seconds off Nick. Never know what can happen, though.
To see what happens with Nick. Remember, he forgot to put enough fuel in the first race.
Okay, so I've got the replay up, and it comes steaming into the pit lane, completely misses the braking for the chicane, spears straight on into the tyre wall there. So
Oh dear,
gets
so he
stuck
had to get
in,
there.
gets stuck in there. So he has
Oh,
to
it's Butler.
fast tow out of it as well. So quits back to the pit lane, so that's why he
Butler's
finds
made a
himself down.
Sorry, Alex, Butler made a mistake coming out of the last corner, and that's allowed Simon Black to get through into P4. So sorry to interrupt you there, mate, but there was a position
No, it's
change.
fine. Sorry, I should have been.
High up the order.
Should have been watching.
And now Butler's coming under pressure from Jones. It'll be interesting if Butler can stick with Simon Black here. It's a good pace as Butler, and he'll be happy that he's managed to make it through the race after getting taken out right at the beginning last week.
Yeah, Butler one who pitted early, so and he'll definitely want a clean race as well. I mean, I think he's done 2 races in the series, and 2 races he's had contact that's pushed him out of the race. So it's nice to see him up here and fighting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Comper can catch this battle. You would think he probably can, but there's only 11 laps left, so you know you've got to Tim Falter's getting excited over the team radio. What's new, boys? What's new? We like Tim. He's very enthusiastic.
Yeah, it'd almost be worth us sticking the spectator chat on just so we can hear what he says.
I'm not sure we could. Not sure we could do that, but you know,
we just need a bleeper.
Yeah.
All of I think it was. I just saw like 4 people all slide at the same time.
Yeah, Tom. I think that was Tom, Damien,
it was, Damien Butler, Tom,
and Stamenkovic, and Damien up the inside of Tom.
Butler still battling with Jones, and Stamenkovic in the yellow car. Quite unusual for me to have Richard in the yellow car. He's definitely fought back well. Now
then, that just shows you how long it's been since you updated your trading paints then, because they hasn't had that purple car since the start of the season.
No. It's been easier for me to do it.
We've been running these skins all season.
It's been easier for me to recognise it like how it was.
Yeah, I'll give that. I think we were talking to a couple of the lads there from that, and I think they're going to try and add some additional bits in there just so they're a bit more easily identifiable.
Yeah, nice looking skins though. And to be honest, that's the same for everybody in this championship. Everybody's put a lot of effort into their paint schemes, and it's one of the great things about iRacing. You can really make your car personal to you. And you know, it's looking really good for Simon Black in terms of the championship. He's managed to clear those guys just behind, and he's off into pursuit of Nick Rainbird. I'm not sure he's going to make it there up to him, but who knows? I mean, Rainbird's actually lapping faster than Black on the last lap. Emerson 56.3, and Johnson's in 57s, I believe. See what he comes over the line with. 57, but not a bad lap there. Now Calla lets the leader through.
And still this battle rages on. 3 cars, nose to tail. Down into this downhill braking zone. Tom Jones just getting closer to the rear end.
Tommy Comper's just inching his way up towards these guys now. Might be that Butler's just holding Jones up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Butler got these guys because he jumped into the pits early, used his fresh rubber, got himself in front, got track position. That can be key. We were saying that, you know, the odd driver might just decide to do that. For the moment, it's working. He just needs to defend hard for the rest of this race.
And there's Comper in the background. As,
That's what sorry.
No, go
on, Justin.
That's what I found hard at Alton Park. There's not much passing opportunities. If you pit early, it pays off because they can't really get back past you.
Definitely did there. We noticed that as well last week. That well, we know it's very difficult to pass at Alton Park. It's Damien Butler getting very sideways. Justin and Tom Jones looking round the outside. Needs to be careful that he doesn't lose the place to Stamenkovic though.
This is bad news for him because it's actually slowing him up altogether.
Yeah, and Tommy's definitely closing the gap now. You can see him in shot.
Got another battle brewing. I know that this one's raging as well. For 11th, we've got Richard Lucky, John Munro, Matt Burnett. They're pretty much nose to nil as well, so fantastic action in ARL V8 this weekend. I'm just going to come out.
Dominkovic with a little love kiss on the back of Jones, but lifts off, let Jones go, and now he's under attack. Comper up the inside.
And you make it stick on Richard, who's a veteran of this car.
Oh, getting on the power nice and early there, but I think that little wiggle's just enough for Tommy to be safe. He's trying to come back round the outside, downhill braking as late as you can get it. Tommy places his car just in the right spot.
Yeah, Richard can't fire it out of there and get past.
Yeah, too savvy Tommy there to allow like an undercut to come through there. So placed his car nice, sort of parked it on the apex, slowed up a little bit, stopped that undercut from happening.
I think it's just the cars. One of these guys to, I think, pass Damon, they might be able to get away.
Or maybe.
Like Damon's actually pulled a bit of a gap on Tom.
Yeah, which is a bit because he was holding him up. Yeah, boys, I'm just going to come out and think this is the best race we've ever had on in ARL V8 and possibly on ARL-TV full stop.
Yeah, it's been pretty exciting. I mean, we've had some fantastic races in the past, I have to say, in this championship and on others, but it's great to see, you know, battles throughout the field.
Yeah, I know we have some terrific races in the past. I'm not sure we've ever had a race, though, where the whole field, there's been battles throughout the whole field, throughout the entire race. 22 laps. I know we've not had a great battle for the lead, but frankly, who cares when the midfield battle's so exciting?
Yeah, Tommy Comper now obviously just trying to get edged a little bit closer just to get a move on Tom Jones, but you are right, Damon looks like he's putting a little bit of a gap on Tom there, so I wonder if that move that he tried to, did just burnt his tyres up a little bit, and he's just trying to let him cool down a tiny little bit.
I'm just checking the times, and Tommy Comper's as fast as Simon Black at the moment.
Well, yeah, and to be honest, he's only 7 seconds behind him, Justin, and there's still time. Still definitely time for him to get this done. As Jones quite little breaks there. Might have gone in a bit too deep. Comper gets a good exit of that right-hander and into this final section, which is trickier and tighter than it looks, Alex.
To be honest, I think this is probably the hardest part on the circuit. I mean, the guys are obviously trying to avoid the off tracks as well. It's cambered in there, you can't really see it, but the first part of the chicane cambers to the left, and then the next part cambers a little bit to the well, I think that's almost to the left as well, but it's got a nasty little bump in there, and it just, the back end just wants to come, the back end just wants to go light all the time when you go through there, so trying to go through there quick without getting an off track, skimming the grass and potential penalty points is so tricky. I mean, I had an absolute nightmare with that last season in the IGP series, so.
And that's one of the things as well, you come through that little chicane, say, oh, Jones, just very wide, he almost hit Butler, and he's just about rescued it. Just when you think you've got through that chicane cleanly, the final corner tightens on you, and you're in the grass on the left hand side, so very tricky, unassuming track.
I think Tommy's actually going to try and get past Tom here. Two Toms,
and
he's going to try and pass him here.
Oh, if he doesn't run into the back of him at least. Very close on that occasion.
He's having a look.
Gonna have a look at the inside. Late on the brakes is Comper. Jones
gives him the room.
Wily veteran is Jones on the outside.
Yeah, I think Jones could have perhaps closed the door on him there, but decided not to. Could have ended rather badly. So
bear in mind as well,
better to survive and fight another day sometimes.
Because Comper pitted slightly later than these guys, his tyres will be in slightly better conditions. He's got a bit wide there though. Might allow Jones a chance. But you really can't pass into this final corner.
No, there's one line through there, and I don't think I've ever seen a two wide battle apart from
I don't think I'm
at
not
a
even sure
start
it's possible.
on a rolling
I've
start.
only seen it with motorbikes, not cars though.
That doesn't even work, Alex. Rolling starts there, as we found out
Yeah.
about 6 months ago. I was not happy, by the way, after that. As we move on towards lap 25, and this battle rages on. We've also got Richard Lucky and Matt Burnett in close company.
Let's just take a quick look at that battle, see how that's.
About 1.7 seconds apart. Domenkovic has caught back up to Jones now. And I do apologise to all the other drivers that the coverage is focused on this battle for fifth place, but that's where all the action is at the moment. Speaking of action and terrific driving just in general, John Emerson leads by 17 seconds, and he has absolutely smashed a good field today.
Yeah, I think if he can make some more races, it's definitely going to get. Well, it's going to force everybody just to up their pace that tiny little bit, and yeah, I just think the way this league's going, we could see some really fast drivers develop here and being able to feature in the official Monday night series.
Yeah, we all know that when drivers have to up their pace slightly, though, mistakes can creep in, and they will be aware of that. But from what we've seen so far in ARL-V8 over the past 6 months or so, I think these guys can improve and challenge Trevor and John and Chris. You know,
Justin, you know John well. I mean, where does he sort of feature in the Monday night, the official Big Pond series?
John, I've actually never spoken to him, but I do like. I think he normally actually does pretty well. I think he's always up there in top 10 in the.
Sorry, it's Domenkovic up the inside of Jones, turn 1, side by side coming out of that. I think Tom's managed to get a good run out of there. Sorry, Justin, carry on.
No, yeah, he's. I think he's always up there, top 10, so he always does pretty well.
We all know that that's good drivers in that league as well.
Mm.
As we go into the closing stages, and now look at Comfort. Alex is right behind Butler, and if he can make it up into the top 5, it will cap another very solid effort from him.
Yeah, I think he'll be a little disappointed with the mistake going into the pit lane regardless, but it's I think it certainly made his race more exciting for him, having to fight his way back through.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he would have probably finished third though if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, I think Simon will be pretty happy with the result here as well, as he qualified 4th. He's currently sitting in 4th, even with that first lap incident, so he's had to work hard for it, but he's managed to get himself a tidy little finish. I say that, 4 laps to go. Let's hope I haven't cursed him.
Well, he probably will lead the championship after this.
John's actually come up to some lap drive. Yeah, he's come up to Chris Brooks.
Just shows how fast John Emerson's been. Actually, this is a long track, a long lap, and he's lapping good drivers here, and they're not going to be happy about that, and they'll be very keen.
Sideways as he does it.
Dear me, they'll be very keen to not let that happen next time.
I think just for any of the drivers that are watching this back now, like later on YouTube or on Twitch, when you get let's everybody stick some team names down in the thread, so that myself and Woody, everyone knows what the teams are, because I don't think we know everybody's sponsors, and while they feature on the cars and stuff, it'd be good for us to give you guys a little bit of a plug when we see you on screen.
Yep.
That was actually good there by Chris Brooks, just getting right out of the way from John, not causing any, incidents or whatever.
Yeah, and this This could be where Tommy's going to be able to make a move on Damien. They're coming up to the back marker there. I think it is Alcala. So Roma's
Tommy's
normally pretty useful, so he will get out of the way, but perhaps they'll be on the radio. No, he doesn't. Just moves over to the side, lets them all go. I think all four are going to go through as well. So good driving from Roma.
Yeah, I think he's allowing Tommy to try to just make the move himself. As look at that behind.
Yes, Domenkovic
and Jones
wants that 7th place.
Does indeed, and he's going to try and get it from Jones. Butler is still hanging in there in 5th, and it's been a solid effort from Damien.
I hope he stays there, you know, because...
Yeah, it's a nice little strategy, you know. He brought himself in early, thought out of the box rather than everybody else the halfway distance, you know, just after.
Yeah, I hope he stays there because he actually played this race out really smart. Probably, yeah.
Oh, a little bit sideways coming off the curb there. Tommy having a little look.
I think Tommy will get it done.
What's his positioning like? 1 and 2. Butler might be able to get the run around the outside, and that's one of the great things about that corner is the outside is slightly cambered, so you could just get a little bit of a run. And Butler needs to. Yeah, he has thrown it up. It's he barely gets it stopped, twitching all over the place. But nicely done, Damien Butler back into 5th.
Good determination there by Damien.
Could have easily given up on that position.
Yeah, I think he looked at it.
He wants the top 5.
He looked at it early going into turn 1 and he thought, right, he's going to get it done here. I can defend and potentially lose time trying to defend. Yeah, so he sort of thought, well, no, I'll just take it around the outside, take the wide line and get, you know, really fast exit. And
the earlier you can anticipate the move, Alex, is the earlier you can make you can make a better defence, can't you, if you can see the move coming.
Yeah, he saw he got a little twitchy, didn't he, coming off that curb, and he thought, right, okay, I'm going to need to do something here. So yeah, it was good thinking.
It's the moves that surprise you that you can't always defend, isn't it?
We're back to a 4-car battle here as Tom Jones and Stamenkovic close up on these as well. Oh, ever so close. Tommy Kumper under brake in there. Obviously Tommy with the fresher tyres can just chuck it in there a little bit later, but let's hope we don't get any kind of contact between this, because that will ruin a fantastic race between these 4.
Yep.
Yeah, as you said,
very evenly matched. Sorry, mate.
No, as you were saying just before, like when you try and get like an undercut or something, like a good drive out of the corner, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard about trying to get a good drive because, you know, after what lap is it now? It's like lap
27.
Lap 27. Yeah, it's hard to get a good drive actually out of the corner. So you got to be actually real careful of how you approach it. You know, how you do it.
You're right, because if you ruin the tyres, it's not going to make it easy to just hammer the throttle and to just fire it out of the corner. These guys are doing a really good job though of keeping it all on the racetrack, as Stamenkovic almost doesn't. Richard's going to be a little bit frustrated actually. He had a little move on Tom, thought he got it done. Jones came back at him.
Looks like these two at the front, Damien and Tommy, have actually sort of just away. They're not. Tom's actually not getting. Tom Jones is actually not getting any slipstream effect.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
You're right. They've just gained a couple of tenths that they've needed to just get a bit of breathing space, and that's in effect that's more dangerous for Butler, because now Tommy can focus solely on the car in front of him and not what's going on in his rearview mirrors.
Yeah, just riding on board here with Tommy as well, while just generally looking at this battle back. So that's a little bit of picture-in-picture for you guys. But you can see Tommy working the wheel a little bit there, so certainly a lot more than what John was earlier on. But see, he closes up massively under braking there.
Tell you what, Alex, might be a good opportunity. Look from the old gearbox camera, because I can see the Lenovo car really closing now.
Tommy seems to be really, really strong on the brakes, like especially into the
he
tight
is.
stuff. Gain all of it onto him.
A great view of this battle, looking rearward though from Damien Butler's car.
just if like magic.
I mean, he's not really getting a great deal of slipstream down
Yeah,
there.
you can't really see him closing up, can you, down the straight? So I'm wondering if he's got just a little bit more downforce on that car. I don't know how much of effect the wing angle on that has now that they've brought that in.
That was my downfall last week. I found I was getting not much top end, and I was just losing it down the straights and then having to gain it in the corners. Because then I realised I checked my all my setups and I had too much downforce.
We usually just pack as much downforce as we can onto these cars, but yeah, too much can hurt you. They are big cars.
Especially here.
I think it becomes a bit of a balancing act with the race, doesn't it? Because you want to be able to make moves and things like that. So sometimes you have to sacrifice some cornering speed just so you can do an overtake or perhaps defend as well. So it depends what your thoughts are on where you're going to be in the race and what you're going to need to do.
Yeah, you want to have like good corner speed and that, but then like you got to think about down straight speed. That's where you can gain lots of your time.
John Emerson onto the final lap, boys, and he's been excellent all the way through. And
Tommy having a look. Did you get done?
dominant victory. He can make it to the end. Comper, it might be his last chance. Onto the back straight. But that's the main straight, isn't it? For these guys.
Damien's gone right and Tommy's actually taken advantage over that.
Yeah,
but,
he's got it.
not sure what
Precious
happened into this.
took the best, but Damien's still on the outside. He's managed to hold on to the outside twice now. Oh,
and,
little love
Richard
kiss.
Lucky.
Jones
Richard
having a
Lucky
look.
Spun. Richard Lucky spun right in front of Tim Foltz.
It's going to be, Comper onto the grass.
Oh,
Loses
Comper's
it.
lost
He's going to lose 2
positions.
places.
And Stamenkovic.
Oh,
Stamenkovic
Costa.
up the inside of Jones. Oh, he's not going to make it. No. Very close. It's a disaster there for Stamenkovic. Locked up.
Yeah, we're just John Emerson here as well, just coming down the back straight down the hill.
Couple of corners to go for him. Anything could happen still in this battle, Alex. There's still nearly a lap left.
Yeah,
for
don't
these
worry, I'm
guys.
focusing on both at the moment. But John Emerson through the chicane the last time.
Richard
Faultless
Lucky.
drive from him. Fantastic race. Deserved winner.
Absolutely perfect from him. Oh, and Stamenkovic is sideways, and Comper's having a look up the inside.
Yeah, nearly half a lap in front of this bow, just goes to show how dominant performance it was. But yeah, we switch back to this, and we'll give you the rest of the rundown
Getting
afterwards.
sideways.
Butler's still defending from Jones. I think he's just about got enough at the moment, but still a couple of corners left.
Damon's actually
Butler.
did a real damage on his car. I think there was-
Comper's sliding the car. Sorry, Justin. Comper's sliding the car. Jones up the inside. Tom Jones up the inside of Butler. Onto the back straight. Could be decisive for that position. Butler's trying to get a cutback. Is he going to try and outbrake him at the bottom of the hill?
Has he run
Jones
out
run
of
out of fuel. He's got to be
He's run
out of fuel.
Stamenkovic through.
Oh, what a gutted performance.
Through. He should be alright to get to the end.
fuel? Or not?
No, he's going to fall massively down the grid there. Tom Jones, he's going to come out in front of this pack with a top 5. He'll be delighted with that.
Tom Jones, brilliant driving. And
Actually,
look at,
Damien might actually get to the finish.
he should get to the finish.
Oh, I hope so.
Is he going to beat Matt Burnett? No, he probably won't.
No.
But it's downhill from here if he can get over the crest.
Oh, he's going to give him a push.
Ah, Romer Alcala, he is the man.
Come on.
This is what we like to see.
And David Oliver's coming down and probably thinking, what's he doing?
Go on, Romer, put your foot down, son.
I think he's done it. I think Butler's done it.
No.
Oh, didn't quite do it. He did beat Falters though. Falters has come to grief. I think Alex, there was an incident on the last lap with Richard Lucky. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I think he ended up spinning right in front of Falters and Oliver.
That's great sportsmanship, but I'm not sure I'd do that in real life.
No, I'm not sure I don't know if you'd be allowed to do that, would you?
I don't think so.
Especially when his teammates were still trying to finish behind him.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
It's still pretty good.
But I wonder if you can, Woody, take us through the final results as they stand.
I can indeed. I'm just trying to look back. Just trying to look back and see what happened to Richard. Look at that's it. Went off the track. One of the tight left-handers hit the wall. Oh, and then he rolled it back onto the track, right in front of Falters. Nearly hit him. I don't think anything else happened, to be honest. Anyway, the final results, that was a lot more anticlimactic than I thought it would be. Final results then, for ARL V8 Supercars at Twin Ring Motegi, Japan, is John Emerson won by a dominant 30 seconds over Trevor Johnson, Rainbird, Nick Rainbird was third, Simon Black in fourth, Tom Jones fifth, Richard Stamenkovic in sixth, Tommy Compass seventh, only a tenth behind Stamenkovic, Matt Burnett eighth, Dave Oliver ninth, John Monroe 10th, Damien Butler with a little help from his friends, who was 11th, Tim Falters 12th, and then all a lap down, McPherson, Brooks, Finsack, Johnston, McConkey, De Figueiredo, Alcala, and then Lucky was 2 laps down, retirement after going off the track on the last lap. Brett Spicer retired halfway through the race, and Mr. Gian Domenico didn't start because he's lazy.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Coming 22nd.
You will have probably got some points, yes. I'm not sure if you get them for not starting the race, but who knows.
There's actually
Are you going to be
people finished in the lead lap.
Yeah, 12 cars finished on the lead lap. It's a long lap here, and the pace set by the leaders was just electric.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Are we going to see you back next week, Justin, on the track?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't sound too enthusiastic, mate.
No, it's not a chore or anything. Oh, maybe.
What track is it?
No idea.
Oh, probably. Most likely, yeah.
Alex, do you know which track it is, mate? Put him out of his misery.
Just having a quick look now for you, just so we can confirm it.
Is it Oran Park?
No, it's Spa next week.
Wow,
Oh.
didn't you see me? I like Spa.
Just
Is that another Enduro?
I think it is the Enduro event, yeah. Just quickly while
really
the while Nick destroys his car on screen, and while the drivers get themselves up into the interview room, just give a shout out to the sponsors, Pagnin Imports, pagninimports.com.au. Just go and check them out. All sorts of things on there: wheel stands, rigs, wheels, butt kickers, you name it, they've got it. Please, head on over there, take a look. Great to have them on board as a sponsor for this championship. Also to thank ApexRacingLeague.com for hosting, managing, putting all this on. Couldn't have done it without you guys, so thanks very much. Sim News Daily, Alistair over at simnewsdaily.com. Latest sim news and information. Anything you want to find out about the community, just pop yourself over there. It's as up to date as you possibly could be. And just to remind everybody to follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Apex Racing UK and Apex Racing League for Facebook.
That was a very enjoyable race, I reckon.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Really, really good. And
Good to see, the group battles happening out through the field. That was for minor placings.
it was a clean race as well, wasn't it? There wasn't any shenanigans going on, which we always like to.
Yeah.
We always like to see that. We've not always had that.
That stuff's always part of racing, though.
Yeah, for everybody watching this back on YouTube, I hope you've seen a really, really good advert for online racing and for Apex Racing League ARL-TV as well. And Alex, who's your driver of the day, mate?
Well, I don't think you can give it to anybody else other than the winner, to be honest. Absolutely dominating performance today. You know, he got himself past Trevor Johnson after Trevor made a good start, and then just never looked back. Faultless drive, and yeah, definitely deserves driver of the day.
If you boys were to pick your top 3 drivers of the day, then apart discarding the winner,
I would
what
actually.
would you go for?
I'd pick Tommy Cumper, Dave Oliver, and did I say Damon Butler?
No, you said Dave Oliver.
Oh, yeah, Dave Oliver, Tom Cumper, and Damon Butler.
Yeah,
Alex?
I mean, I think Trevor drove a good race as well. It's nice to see Nick Rainbird up there as well. And to be fair, Simon, because he had to fight through from sort of 12th place as it was. So yeah, no, fantastic drive from all of those guys.
Mm.
And we were just briefly joined by John. I don't know if he's disappeared or not off the channel. It looks like he might have done actually. It's a bit of a shame. I was just going to grab him. But hopefully we'll get a couple of other drivers pop up. Justin, go down into the channels and kick him into gear and get him into the Ready for Interview channel, mate.
Who am I getting?
Well, any of them. Just say, just tell him to.
Whoever you want.
Yeah, just tell him to get in the interview channel.
That was a terrific way to start Saturday morning, Alex. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, we've got the Pro Series race next, so you know, I'm going to look forward to that. Obviously, I gave him a bit of a shout out, yesterday in Jesper Pedersen,
Mr. Pedersen.
Pierre Britsu, the ARL-UK drivers. So wish those guys all the best.
They're coming up now.
Cool.
I suck 3 of them. I think they're coming.
Here comes David Oliver. Let's grab him up.
Great, by the way, to have some ARL representation Pro Series.
Hi David, welcome to the commentary box. Tell us a little bit about your race today.
Thanks very much, guys. Yeah, pretty much I missed qualifying and had to start from the back, from the pits, and yeah, just worked my way through and all that. So yeah, it was pretty good. So
Sorry about that. My dog barking.
I wondered whose that was. I thought it was Dave's for a minute. I thought that's fair play. He took his dog on the journey with him as well in the car.
But yeah, it had a good good battle towards the end, as other people's tyres were wearing off and all that, and a little bit of rubbing here and there. But yeah, other than that, it was a good race, and got John with I think it was a lap or 2 to go, and Richard Lucky spun and got Damien Butler on the line as he ran out of fuel, and I think he was getting pushed across the line by Roma. Yeah. So yeah, good sport for him on Roma for pushing him across.
Yeah, we were watching that one intently, just seeing if he could do it. We have to confess, we were cheering Roma to put his foot down and get a move on.
So unfortunate because it was so unfortunate because it was like the last corner and you could hear it going bob, like you could hear it just like trying to get its last breath, and it just didn't want to.
Yeah, it's a shame because Damo is actually a good mate of mine. I've known him for quite a few years racing online, so it's always good to go and beat your mates every once in a while. So
we're on to Spa next week. The second of the endurance races of the season. So what's your plans and targets there?
Well, I haven't actually driven on Spa in the V8s before, so it'll be a massive learning curve, but with the help of the REM guys, yeah, pretty much, I should hopefully, be on pace for at least aim for another top 10. That would
You'll be right, mate.
That'll be a good target to get. So, some of the other guys, hopefully some of the other REM guys will be up there, but as long as we're racing hard and battling and nice and clean, then yeah, that's pretty much the aim.
Well, thanks very much, David. Congrats on the top 10 finish today, and we look forward to seeing how you doing at Spa then, if it's first time out.
Yeah, it'll be a nice learning curve, but yeah, thank you very much, and you're doing a great job.
Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to while you're up here?
Well, yeah, firstly, to the REM guys and Azona and Packaging and more, and yeah, so, but yeah, and all the rest of the teammates for, helping me on.
Alright, thanks mate, see you next week.
Cheers, Dave, well done.
Catch you guys, thanks.
Do you want me to just go down and grab Maddie or Richard?
Yeah,
Or
if they
like Tommy, someone like that?
But yeah, grab Tommy if he's there.
I'd like to
that's a good idea.
yeah, maybe Tom Jones as well, see if Tom will come up.
I'll see if we get the two
I'll
Toms.
poke him.
Which one's which? I don't know. I'm looking in TeamSpeak. Is it Tommy Gunn?
Tommy Gunn's Comper, isn't it?
Oh no. Hello?
Oh,
Tommy,
Tommy.
we dragged you up because you never come up into the Ready for Interview channel, so it's tough luck now, mate.
I can't run away now, can I?
No. Good race, mate. Enjoyable. What happened with the pit lane?
Well, basically I just didn't practice pit stops. So kind of surprised to see that when I looked down to check my fuel and I've looked up, there's been a massive tyre barrier in the way. So yeah. That was fun trying to dig it out. I was panicking like mad.
Did you have to take like an escape back to pit lane, or?
Yeah, because I thought I'd get away with it, but I was like stuck in the barrier. So I had to do a tow, and that was like 30 seconds. So yeah, that was annoying. I had a good little battle towards the end though.
Yeah, I mean, we watched that battle for pretty much the last part of the race solid. It was fantastic there, so...
we weren't sure what was going to happen.
You know, the red mist had descended on me. I wanted that 5th place, but I kind of screwed it up at the end. But I just got frustrated out of the last turn and just booted it, and I was off the track, and I was like, nah, I'll just keep flooring it, see what happens. And it didn't work.
All good spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it tricky to overtake here, or...?
When my tyres were new, it was quite easy to overtake, but towards the end, when my tyres were quite worn out, it was just impossible to overtake really, because it's all about the exits, or at least for my setup anyway, and I just couldn't get the power down to get a decent enough run down to the next turn. So yeah, it's quite tricky towards the end.
Yeah, it was sort of like the same as Alton Park last week. It was pretty hard to pass after the tyres were going off.
Yeah.
So.
You're doing rather tastily in the championship at the minute. Okay, perhaps you could have had a 3rd place today, but still, what's your hopes for the championship? I mean, like top 3s and 4s and 5s surely going to pave the way to a good finish.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull an Alonso basically and just try and finish consistently. Kind of need a bit more practice to really push myself all the way to the top. But yeah, I'm happy with the pace I'm doing at the moment. So just try and keep out of trouble and try and get those like top 5s. And I think for next week I'm going to try and practice pit stops first. Might be a good idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was talking to the boys in here.
Sorry, Justin, go ahead.
Sorry, Sims. No, I was talking to the boys in here in the commentary, and we were just saying like how much you've like improved and like how consistent you've been like through the season and that. So that was a good job.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, what? I mean, just take us through your typical week then. How much practice do you get in?
I can't really get much practice because I've got a lot of work to do, like university work and stuff. So I only really get a chance to practice on Fridays. I do probably about 2 hours practice. I don't really do race pace practice. I just do like quali laps because I think that's the best way to like learn the track and learn where you can sort of make mistakes and recover and all that. I think I really need to start practicing on race pace as well because I seem to fall off the pace quite quickly.
That's what I do as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Definitely did it last week though.
That's what I try and do. Try and get a good quality set now, and then I just really just soften it up, lower the pressures, and that's it. And off you go.
Well, well done again for today. Even though could have been a little bit more, and we look forward to seeing you at Spa.
I love that track. It's gonna be amazing.
Can't wait to be battle next week with you.
I think you're faster than me, so.
Oh, I don't know. Last week you were pretty quick.
I was just lucky. I'm always lucky. Never pace, it's just luck.
Alright. Nah, I'm looking forward to next week. Should be good.
Alright, thanks very much, Tommy. We'll see you then, and wish you the best of luck.
Alright, see you guys.
Well done, Tommy.
Cheers, mate.
We're also joined in the commentary box by another Tom, Mr. Tom Jones.
Hello.
How do?
Very good, very good.
Happy with that result?
God, yeah, wasn't expecting that.
Tell us a little bit about your race, how it started, and what your plans were, and what your targets were, and strategies.
Well, at the start I just, took the first lap really easy. I let about 3 or 4 cars got past me there. And then I just, tried to plot away. And, yeah, it was just a really exciting race from then on, battling with Damien and, I forget now. How can I forget?
Tommy Comper and Richard and all those
Yeah, that's
people.
it, yeah, Richard.
Yeah. We're watching it. It was a good battle, actually. Good to watch.
Good to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it?
From the last half of the race, it was ridiculous.
It must have been intense to be in such close company with 4 or 5 different cars for so long. What's it like to keep the concentration up and keep the pace up as well at the same time?
Oh, it's really hard. You really got to be focused, and it's really hard to do. But you got to kind of plot away and just hope for the best.
It's fair to say that you've come a long way from season 1 when we first decided to put this championship on. Certainly competing more at the sharp end now. So, what do you credit for the improvement? I mean, are you seeing it yourself, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. I used to be down the back half of the field, and now I'm hopefully running top 10s most races, which is really great.
To be fair though, mate, that was because most people were crashing into you.
Season 1, definitely.
In season 1.
That's I noticed in season 1 you had a few DNFs by incidents, and it always happens, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and last season I missed a few races, half the season because I was away, which has been unlucky. But this season I'm on school holidays now, so I've got plenty of time to practice. So it should be good.
I'm not sure there's many people who understand that you're one of the moderators, and if it weren't really for you and Mark, that they wouldn't be racing in this league. So I think we need to give you a bit of a shout and just say thanks for setting this all up and pushing us to do it. And it's turning into, this is season 3. We've got great plans for season 4 and season 5, so we're not going anywhere, and this championship is just getting better and better. So testament to you guys, to the work you do behind the scenes. Not a lot of people see that. We've got our own little forum area that we do that on, and I just want to thank you now for the hard work you put in, and look forward to this championship progressing over the coming year.
Thanks a lot,
look,
mate.
I think it's like one of the best championships going around, to be honest.
We need to, hopefully we'll keep up the momentum with Spa. Spa's going to be a terrific race. Tom, are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I am. I missed Spa the last 2 seasons, so I'm unsure as to how it's going to go for me. But it should be a good fun race.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for your time, mate, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Good race, Tom. Well done.
Right, just about wraps up coverage for today. Just closing thoughts, Justin, Woody?
Go first, Woody.
Thanks for that. I thought it was a fantastic race. It's one of the that was one of the races I've enjoyed the most all year. In fact, I know we're getting towards the end of the year, but that's definitely 5. I thought we had a fantastic job by John Emerson. The midfield battle was just outstanding, and I think, for the first time really on ARL-TV, I think I really have to credit the track for that, for providing such good action. So, and Motegi in the slower cars is really provides some good racing.
Yeah. No, it was a good race. I sort of knew at the back of my mind that John was going to dominate, but yeah, those mid-pack battles were sure, yeah, they were really good. Good close racing. Hope to see more of it at Spa as well.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you there, all there. But Spa, always a fantastic race, I think. So I know some of the others that will probably feature in the top 5 include Spa. I remember a certain MX5 race between Tommy Kumper and Oscar Hardwick, also another V8 driver who hasn't been able to make this race. I don't know if you remember that one, Woody. That was a fantastic race, so let's hope we see something like that again.
Yeah, before we wrap it up, I'd just like to thank all you guys, you know, doing the commentary, and all my team, all my teammates. Yeah, it's good to have. Thanks, everyone.
We've done that with iRacing. We're creating a new NASCAR sanctioned series, a new division of NASCAR that people from all over the world can compete in from their homes.
They're all just fans really wanting to know and to be able to get as close to the realism of driving a race car as possible. And there's nothing really that captures it quite like iRacing.
It can be a tool for guys that don't have a lot of experience at a track or don't, you know, have never been somewhere. You can crash a lot. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't cost you a lot of money. And you can get an idea what's going on before you ever get to the racetrack.